Great, so here are a couple of flashcards for us to start out with, and I'll just show these to you and then you can pause and practice the right-hand part, the left-hand part, and then the rhythm as well. So here's the first one. Go ahead and pause and practice doing this. And then we have number 2. And number 3. And as always, feel free to practice these on multiple days. Do one on Monday, one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday, etc. So, and if you ever want a little bit of extra sight reading practice for either melodies or rhythms, feel free to reach out to me and I can absolutely get you some extra activities for you to work on. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at our Unit 7 for this week. So this one is a little bit shorter than some of the previous units. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at our first song here, which is Moon on the Water. And we are learning the treble space notes. So we are, continuing to expand the notes that we use in our pieces. And so this week we're going ahead and adding to our notes that we use these extra spaces in the treble clef. So they are teaching using the FACE kind of like acronym there. I really think that the best way to look at it is to focus on the steps and skips and to just notice that when we see the notes here, I can tell that I'm going up by skip, starting on F, which you probably have memorized. Skip up, skip up, skip up. Pretty easy to see because we know that if notes are all spaces, that it must be going up by skip. So I prefer to focus on a more intervallic approach to reading than worrying too much about trying to memorize like an acronym for the spaces on the treble clef, because it can get a little bit confusing with, well, does that apply to bass clef too? Which one's bass clef? Is that lines or spaces or whatever? So I think that can just get a little bit confusing. So what you're going to go through and do to prep for this one is let's go ahead and notice a couple of things. So if I look at the first line, which is on the first page 82, and then the second line at the top of page 83, and then the third line on page 83, those are all exactly the same. So you can put a little like A or whatever you want really. But I just think it's really helpful to notice where we have similar things going on. And then we have also the second line is a little bit different, but we notice that the first 2 measures of the second line are very similar to the second 2 measures of the second line there. And then the bottom line is sort of its own thing, a little bit different, but we have this one sort of chord here, 1 and 5 in the left hand, 1 and 3 in the right hand. We play that, and then we play it again, and we hold it this time, and we have that tie at the end. So go ahead and mark that tie and mark that that's the same chord right there. We also have a left hand cross in this one. So we're going to play in the beginning, left hand, both hands in an F position. So left hand pinky on F, right hand thumb on F, F, A, C, F, G, A, C. Left hand crosses over, E, C, back, down, same thing. Cross 2, back to right hand. So you might want to go through and just notate those places where the left hand crosses over, put a little circle around that, could be helpful. And then the last thing to notice is that we have the pedal pressed down throughout the whole song. So we're going to go through and I'm going to play this one for you. And I'm going to say the note names out loud. A couple of other things that you could do for practice would be to say your finger numbers out loud as you go, or to say the counts. So you want to make sure that you're counting very precisely. So go ahead and take those practice steps if you need to, and then I'll go ahead and play this one out loud for you, saying your note names. 1, ready, go. F, A, C, F, G, A, C, cross E, C, F, A, C, F, G, A, C, E, C, F, A, C, F, F, A, C, F and A together. F, A, C, F, G, A, C, E, C, A. Now we have F, C, F, A together. F, C, F, A, and hold. Wonderful. So I'm going to go ahead and play the teacher part for you, and then we're going to do one more thing with this one, but go ahead and practice in the original key that we just did, and then I'll go ahead and play the teacher part so that you can play along. Here we go. 1, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Beautiful. So the next thing that we're going to do with this one is play this one in a C position with both hands. So this is where I think it really comes in handy to be thinking about the steps and the skips instead of trying to like memorize the pattern of note names or something, because it just makes it a lot easier when we're thinking in terms of steps and skips. So I'm going to go ahead and play this in a C position with both hands. Remember when we cross over, we're crossing over a skip up from our pinky. So if my pinky is now on G, that note that I'm going to cross over to is going to be B with my left hand. So that's the kind of one note name that I might really focus on. And I'm going to go ahead and say these steps and skips out loud for this one. So here we go in C position. 1, ready, go. Start, skip, skip, step, skip, 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 down, skip, skip, step, skip, 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 turn in your right hand, skip, 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 step, skip, 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 and we have a third in the right hand and a fifth in the left hand. Same thing. Beautiful job. And so then if you feel so inclined, you can also try this in a G position, D position, etc. Just be careful with that left hand note that crosses over to make sure that's consistent. So that's what we have for that one. And we'll go ahead and turn the page over to the next song in this unit, which is 500-Year-Old Melody. Now this is one of my favorites in this book. Actually, I really, really, really like this one, and I think you'll like it too. So with this one, we don't have any eighth notes. We just have quarters, halves, and whole notes. So you want to be just a little bit careful with the rhythm, because sometimes when you've been playing with eighth notes for quite a while, it is a little bit hard to transition back to just counting in your quarters. So be careful for that. We also have a chord that we play throughout here where it's with our left hand on the A, C, and our right hand on the E. So if you can kind of get that in your fingers, that for the first line right there, that'll make it a little bit easier. We also have a lot of switching back and forth between our left hand and right hand, and that's just one thing that is a little bit more of the challenge with this one. We also have a fair amount of repeats on that first page. So I'm going to go ahead and play this one through for you from the very beginning. And what I want you to do is to practice this one, maybe going through and saying the note names or saying the counts. And for now, I'm going to go ahead and play it for you with the finger numbers so that you can hear it with the finger numbers. And I'll do all the repeats, and then I will play the teacher part. So here we go. Starting with our right hand thumb on D, left hand thumb on C. So that thumb's next to each other position. 1, 2, ready, go. 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 5, 2, and hold it. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, and repeat. 3, 2, 1, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 3, 5, 5, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, repeat. 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 4, 4, 4, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3. Wonderful. So I'll go ahead and play the teacher part for you. So continue to practice this one until you feel comfortable putting both hands together, and then I will demonstrate this one from the very beginning. If we are confident. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So this one is, again, really, really fun, and it works a lot on building that good coordination between our right hand and our left hand. So be sure to give this one a couple of tries through, and then we'll go ahead and move right along and take a look at the next couple of pages that we have here. So we're going to go ahead and turn the page and look at Reveille on page 86. So we're learning our F major chord, and it is made up of the first 3 notes built on thirds above F. So it's F, A, C, and that's our F major chord. You can do this little warm-up right here at the top of the page. Until you feel really secure playing that. And then we're going to go ahead and look at Reveille. And for this one's a little bit complicated because, like the previous one, we're going back and forth between the right hand and left hand quite a bit. And that's always a little bit tricky. But the thing that's easy about this one is that we only have 3 notes. We're playing C, F, and A, and that's it. And actually, for the first 3 lines of the song, we only play a C with our left hand. We only play FA with our right hand. And then on the very bottom of the second page, on the last 2 lines, we actually play the full chord with our left hand, and then we also play a C with our right hand. So going through and just noting that if you find yourself playing B or G or a D or whatever, those are not the right notes. It should be only F, A, and C throughout. Let's go ahead and really quickly, let's mark our ties on the second page. Those are in the bottom 2 lines. We have some ties in the left hand. Go ahead and be careful with those. And then the next thing that we're going to do is let's just clap through the rhythm really quick from the very beginning, just the first couple of lines. So 1, ready, go. 4, 1, 2, and 3. 4, 1, 2, and 3. 4, 1, 2, and 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, and 3. 4, 1, 2, and 3. 4, 1, 2, and 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. And we'll stop right there. So one thing that you can also do is if you have trouble with the counting, count everything 1 and. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If you find it a little bit difficult to stay exactly on the beat, you can certainly do that, and that'll make it quite a bit easier. So we're going to go through, and we're going to be in an F hand position. So same as the Moon on the Water song, right hand pinky on F, left hand pinky on F, right hand thumb on F. And I'm going to go through and play this for you, saying the counts out loud, but you can definitely go through and try this one, playing it with the finger numbers out loud or the notes out loud, whatever else you find is helpful for your practice. So here we go. 1, ready, go. 4, 1, 2, and 3. 4, 1, 2, and 3. 4, 1, 2, and 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, and 3. 4, 1, 2, and 3. 4, 1, 2, and 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. And so then we'll go ahead, and here is the teacher accompaniment for you to play along once you feel comfortable. And you'll come in with your C on that pickup right before I come in. 1, ready, go. 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So the next thing that you can give a try on this one is to transpose it into a C position with both hands. So that would put your left hand pinky on C, right hand thumb on C. So that would mean that the only notes that we would have in this one would be G, C, E. That's it. So G, C, E, C, E, G, whatever order you want to put in. So focusing on starting on the same finger numbers, I'm going to do this song in the C position, saying the finger numbers out loud for you. Here we go. 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 5, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. There you go. Pretty simple and easy. So we'll go ahead and now just move on to our technique, which is on page 88. And this is our cross hand arpeggio pattern. So for this one, we're just practicing playing our arpeggio is where you play the notes of a chord in a broken pattern. So you're playing them one after another instead of all at once. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the first one right here, which is our F arpeggio. So basically what that means is that we're going to start with both hands in that hand position of the key, so like the F position since we're doing an F cross hand arpeggio. And then what you're going to do is you're going to cross your right hand over, or you're going to cross your left hand over your right hand to play that home note. So if we're doing an F arpeggio, the home note is going to be F. So you're going to cross your left hand over your right hand to play that F. So I'm going to play this one for you, this cross hand arpeggio pattern. And then I'm going to play it saying the note names out loud. And then you can go ahead and give it a try. So here we go. 1, ready, go. F, A, C, F, A, C, F, C, A, F, C, A, F, A, C, F, A, C, F, C, A, F. And that's the pattern. Now I'm going to say it with the finger numbers. Ready, go. 5, 3, 1, 1, 3, 5. Left hand cross. 5, 3, 1, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, 1, 3, 5. Left hand cross. 5, 3, 1. Beautiful. And so then you're going to try doing that exact same cross hand arpeggio pattern, beginning on E, D, and then all the way down to C. And you are welcome to go ahead and try doing it on any other 5-finger patterns that you want. So if you want to expand from what they listed on the page, absolutely feel free to go ahead and do that and try it on a variety of hand positions, and I think that would be really great. So then you have a little theory page over here, and you're going to name the notes. For this one, you're going to write some countings in, and then you're also going to label some intervals as well, and that's what you'll complete for that theory exercise for this week. So if you guys have any questions, as usual, feel free to just shoot me a quick email, or if you want something demonstrated in more detail that wasn't demonstrated in this video, please absolutely just reach out and I'm happy to help in any way. You guys have a great week and happy practice.
All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at your first pair of major 5-finger patterns, also known as major pentascales for this week, which is C and G. So if we go ahead and take a look at page 176 in your book, we can see they have all of our 5-finger patterns written out for us, just like this. So on the side of the page, they show us a little image of a blank keyboard showing you exactly which notes we have. And then also at the bottom, we have this pattern of W's and H's, okay? And the W stands for whole step and the H stands for half step. So to explain that really quickly, a half step would be when we play on the piano, we play from one note to the very next note, whether it's black or white. So in this case, going from C, we would go up to that first of the group of 2 black keys. If I wanted to play a half step up from this black key, I would go from here to D. If I wanted to go here, I'd go to that second of the group of 2. If I want to play up a half step from E, it would be F because there's no black key in the middle. So these 2 are right next to each other. And it does the same thing going down. Playing half steps like that. A whole step is just 2 half steps. So if I play from C to D, that would be a whole step because I have a half step from C to the black key and a half step from the black key to D. So those 2 together would make one whole step. D, C to D would be a whole step. E to F would be a whole step. D to E would be a whole step. E to F would not be a whole step because there's no black key in the middle. This is just one half step right here. And then F to G is a whole step because we have that black key in the middle. So all you really need to know for your purposes is that all of our major 5-finger patterns follow the exact same progression of half steps and whole steps. Whole, whole, half, whole. And so when we move around the keyboard, the reason that we end up changing our the notes that we use, and sometimes we're using black keys and sometimes we're using white keys, is so that we can preserve that exact same pattern of whole, whole, half, whole. So we're going to go ahead and play through your C major 5-finger pattern and your G major 5-finger pattern as it's written on the page right there. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, and then we play 5, 3, 1 all together. So what I'm going to go through and I'm going to do is I'm going to say it one time with the finger numbers, basically exactly what I just did, one time with the note names, and then one time without anything, just so you can hear it without me talking over it. And then I'll also do the same thing for G major. I would definitely recommend that you give this a try hands separately. Try just your right hand, then just your left hand, and then put it together, and that will make this a lot easier. So here we go with our C major. And I'll say note names first, then fingers, then all alone. 1, 2, ready, go. C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, C, E, G, E, C, then blocked chord. Finger numbers, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, and blocked chord. Now all alone. Perfect. And now I'll go ahead and try G major. So we're going to place our right hand thumb on G, left hand pinky on G. Ready, go. G, A, B, C, D, C, B, A, G, B, D, B, G, and all together. Finger numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, and 1, 3, 5, all alone. Which is our D major and A major. So As always, I recommend that you take a look at the pattern of half steps and whole steps, that you try this hand separately, right hand, then left hand alone until you feel really comfortable. Then I'll say it with the note names, then with the finger numbers, and then give you an example all by itself. So here we start on D major, right hand thumb on D, left hand pinky on D. Ready, go. D, E, F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, E, D, F sharp, A, F sharp, D. Then all together, numbers, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1. And blocked chord all alone. Excellent, and now here is A major, black key in the middle for this one, also just like D major. Right hand thumb on A, left hand pinky on A, here we go. A, B, C sharp, D, E, D, C sharp, B, A, C sharp, E, C sharp, A, and blocked chord, finger numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, and blocked chord. Perfect, and that's all you have for this week as well.